As awesome as the Beatles and Get Smart and really narrow lapels were, there are things from the 60s that went away for good reason. Gone are such relics as cars that flip over because of how they're designed, unbridled nuclear proliferation. There's also been evolution in the words we use. Like, for instance, words we use to describe various ethnic and racial groups of American people. On the 2010 census form coming to a mailbox near you in mid-March, there is, however, something of a blast from the past. Question number 9 asks, what is person one's race? Among the choices, white, American Indian or Alaska Native, or, the second line there, black, African American, or Negro. And it's not a mistake or an old form. The Census Bureau says that having the word Negro on the 2010 census is intentional. That although the Bureau believes the term is antiquated, testing revealed that use of the term would outweigh the potential negatives of not using it. Another spokesman explaining, quote, many older African Americans identified themselves that way. Many still do. Those who identify themselves as Negroes need to be included. Joining us now is David Wilson. He's managing editor and founder of thegrio.com, which is the news outlet that first broke this story. David, it's nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Rachel.
Negro as a category on the census, do you understand the rationale for why it's there?
I do not. You know, there's some research that said that there were maybe about 3% of African Americans who identified themselves as Negroes. But you got to consider the fact that the census is trying to reach out to younger African Americans. And people like myself, when they see that word on the census, I mean, for me, it was jarring. Yeah. So, they're reaching out through Facebook and Twitter, and they're not trying to reach Aunt Esther through Facebook and Twitter. They're trying to reach a younger generation, and I think the impact of this could be really huge.
You think that it's a trade-off in trying to reach older African Americans who might identify with this word? It might actually turn younger African Americans off so much they wouldn't turn back in the form.
Absolutely. You know, this is not a word that we're used to. My generation is used to seeing in an official document. Yeah. You know, this sort of brings back the memories of Bull Connor, the sort of the whites and Negro only sort of water fountains. Yeah. So I think a lot of people in my generation will say, well, what are they getting at here? Where are they trying to go?
At the Grio, the mission is to report and discuss news most pertinent to African Americans. When you ran this story today, what did you see in terms of reaction from your readers?
There was a mix. There were people who were shocked. And then you got to remember, there are people who are actually older who, still has the term Negro on their birth certificate. Sure. So there is a generational divide. But I think that there is more of a benefit to actually excluding the term. And I think that the Census Bureau is really going to have to answer and really get out in front of this to explain to people before, the census worker knocks on their door that this word is on there and why they decided to leave it on there in 2010.
When you look at the census historically, I mean, some of the words that they used to use mulatto, octoroon,
yes,
right?
Yes, quadroon.
There's been evolution in this. Are you expecting in 2020 will be still, talk about people still having this on their birth certificates now. In 2020, what do you expect the evolution to have been by then?
Well, I hope that it's off because, again, my generation is not used to it. And you got to remember, my generation this is the first time that we're actually participating in the census. So, I hope that in 2020 that this word is completely, saved for the history books and not for the census forms.
It'll be a different controversy and hopefully not the same one at least.
Absolutely. Hope
David Wilson, managing editor and founder of thegrio.com, works just down the hall for me here at Rock Center. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.